Hey, this is Donald Jenkins, your Master Purpose Development Coach, CEO of the Purpose Development Institute. And I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to learn why you need to be a part of My Best Life Zoom. Someone may have shared this link with you, or perhaps you were invited through social media. Regardless of how you got here, I want to make wise use of our time and communicate to you the importance of you doing everything that you need to do to be a part of this Zoom. Now, the last thing that I want you to do is say, oh my gosh, here we go. Another motivational talk, another spiritual talk. That's not what this is about. This is about something that you certainly need to understand because it's going to affect you in every area of your life. It's going to affect the way you interact with your spouse, your kids, your job, business. Everything that you do is dependent upon the things that I'm going to be sharing in this Best Life Zoom. Because many times when we're thinking about the best life, we're thinking about, conditions. You hear people say this all the time. I'm living my best life. That means a lot to so many people. And it's easy to say that when the conditions around you are good. But can we muster up the strength to say that when your life is falling apart? Well, that describes who I am. That describes me just a few short years ago. I had to learn how to live my best life in the worst conditions of my life. And it was in that season that I discovered something that I hadn't read in a book, hadn't read in, some of the spiritual circles that I ran in. I discovered some secrets, that now I've been able to build an entire industry around and do a lot of research in that area that allowed me to live my best life under the worst conditions of my life. It didn't have anything to do with what was going on around me, even though I had ended a 20-year marriage that left me homeless, broke, and ready to give up on life. Yep, that's right. I was, contemplating suicidal thoughts for a brief moment. So it was a very difficult time, of my life. But it was in that season I learned the biggest lesson in my life. And that's what I want to share with you. I want to share with you what you don't know about the best life, because that's what I had to learn. All the way up until that point in time, I thought I was living my best life, had achieved success in so many different things, in my ministry, in my business, even in my marriage, until it fell apart. So I had achieved success in a lot of things, but it was in that season that I realized that there were some things that I didn't know about living my best life. And it was in that season I began to practice those things that allowed me to now build a very powerful industry, a global industry that we're using to impact the world, to change people's lives, to rebuild legacies, to change legacies. So this is the perfect time for you to be a part of, the Best Life Zoom, because here it is, the end of the year. You're getting ready to go into a new year. And I'm sure that you're probably already thinking that you want next year to be better than it was this year, even though you may have had a good year this year, but you want it to be better. Well, there are some things inside of you, all right, that will give you more control over allowing that to be your best year that you've ever had in your entire life. And that's the reason why you need to be in this Zoom, because I'm going to be sharing with you the things about the best life that you don't know. And I promise you, you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this, because what I'm going to be sharing with you is going to affect your kids. It's going to affect your spouse. It's going to affect your friends. It's going to affect your relationship with God. It's going to affect everything it is about your life. And if you care about those things, you're going to be in this particular Zoom. So make sure that you click on this button below. You're going to find a link below this video. Make sure that you register, save your seat, because we're going to pack these things out. And make sure that you share this with other people in your network, because I promise you there's somebody in your network that needs to hear what I'm going to be sharing in this particular Zoom as well. So again, make sure that you share this video. Make sure that you register, save your spot, so that I can show you some things that you didn't know about living your best life. I look forward to seeing you in the Zoom.